What is happening, investors? It is your boy Fizzy Panda, the official Workhorse athlete who gets paid to make videos on them. That is a joke, my friends. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove it, Fuzzy Panda. And today we're going to speak about our favorite company, Workhorse, baby. You ain't going to silence us, YouTubers. We love speaking about this company and we're going to keep doing it, baby. So I actually wasn't going to make a Workhorse video today just because I've spoken about them 2 days in a row. You'll all probably be aware of why. I don't want to speak about Frizzy Pingongs, whatever their name is anymore. They're terrible short sellers and they did a terrible job and everybody thinks they're a joke. So our job here is done. Wait, let me just get all of my disclaimers out of the way. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm invested in Workhorse. I bought them at $14 a share and I bought them at $24 a share. I also invest in other stocks. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not being paid by Workhorse or Lordstown Motors. Pandas are one of my least favorite animals now, which is sad because I used to love them. And these videos are for entertainment purposes only. I am a horse. How serious do you think this is? But anyway, my friends, I feel like I've been putting so much energy into, fighting off shorts over the last couple of weeks that we haven't really even just spoken about the good things that are going on and the good things that a lot of people are saying. So in today's video, there's a couple of things I want to go through. I want to go through a statement from Roth Capital that I just saw earlier on that has an exciting date in there. And I also want to speak about ARK Invest and what they're doing, because I don't know about you guys, okay? But I would rather take my advice from Roth Capital and ARK Invest than a panda, or any YouTuber for that matter. So right before we get into the video, my friends, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Let's show all of the shorts that they're not affecting us. Please, if you are new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button, and let's all comment, cancel Fuzzy Panda. Comment down below, cancel Fuzzy Panda, and I'll know you've seen this. Into the video, my friends. So I'm recording this video just before market open. You can see that we're just about in the green. Yesterday, you may remember that we were literally down 9% at market open after the Fricky Panda, or whatever it is, scathing article came out. So it was a very nice recovery. I mean, it was a very, very nice recovery. We closed the day down about 1.7%, I believe it was. We're trading up 1% pre-market. We'll see what happens. We got this fantastic piece of news from Lordstown Motors. We're pleased to announce that Diamond Peak will be holding a special stockholders meeting on October 22nd to approve the proposed business combination. Happy days, you know what I mean? So I do think this will do good things for Workhorse, but I'm not too worried about it in all honesty. We can see the market is very much so enjoying this. We're trading up around 10% pre-market. Now again, I don't even know really if I expect that to keep up. Just judging based off what we saw happen with hyliion, etc. We'll see what happens. But either way, it's definitely not bad news. I would put it that way. But Workhorse, I'm happy with these guys. I'm happy with how they have performed. First thing I want to do, Bloomberg put up this earlier. Workhorse shares shrug off short seller report allegations. They were also one of the first major news outlets to share the short seller report allegations. So yeah, we've seen a lot of major news sources sharing this, which is a little bit disappointing in all honesty. I can understand why a sad short seller would write the articles, but when respected, news sources start sharing them, it is what it is, but it's a bit weird. But what they said is true. Workhorse shares have shrugged off the short seller reports. We're back to pretty much where we were before they came out already. One very exciting thing right here, okay? Brand new news. Roth Capital sees positive outcome for Workhorse and USPS contract. This came out today, the day after the short article came out. This didn't change anything for Roth Capital or for ARK Invest, who also picked up more shares. Who are you going to believe, my friends? Who are you going to believe? You don't believe me or anybody else on YouTube, but I mean Roth Capital and ARK Invest or an imaginary panda. I know who I'm choosing. And let's also keep in mind that this is Craig Irwin we're speaking about here, okay? It's not any analyst from Roth Capital, it's Craig Irwin, even though they're all fantastic. So Craig Irwin sees a positive outcome for Workhorse for the $8.1 billion USPS next generation delivery vehicle contract, which is expected on October 13th. So that's a little bit odd. That's a very specific date that they're given. We've all kind of been looking towards October 14th to 16th, but to see Roth Capital actually saying this, it's quite exciting. Now again, it doesn't mean this is when it will happen. They have no guarantee. Nobody knows exactly when it's going to happen. I hope it does happen then, but there is a very real possibility that this doesn't happen until closer towards the end of the calendar year. So just be ready for both scenarios, you know what I mean? But again, seeing Craig Irwin saying this himself is awesome in my books. I'm very happy about it. So Craig Irwin made no change to his buy rating and $33 price target for Workhorse. So nothing has changed, my friends. Let's remember that. He says potential third-party beneficiaries of an announced award to Workhorse likely include Lordstown Motors, TPI Composites, and Romeo Power. So we did briefly speak about Romeo Power on the channel before in regards to Workhorse, and I will make a full video on them at some stage. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And again, we're seeing this from Craig Irwin from Roth Capital, one of the most respected people that there is in the world of growth stocks and stocks in general. ARK Invest doing the same thing in their RQ. Again, literally every day or two that passes, more shares get added in. They are up to 762,000 shares of Workhorse at this stage. So I mean, the big players are still buying heavily. They haven't sold anything. They are holding and buying more at current prices. Keep in mind, ARK was buying very cheap, and they are still willing to buy in the 20s. They've been willing to buy the whole way up. And I actually think this is really cool because it goes to show that we can survive, you know, an imaginary bear. I think at this stage, a lot of Workhorse investors actually are quite knowledgeable on the company's history, and a lot of us know the bear arguments. And that's something I've really been trying to push over the last month or so in particular. Now, I know I do argue the bear points, and I do provide the bull thesis far, far more. Don't get that wrong. But I do think that we understand the risks at this stage. I think everybody knows that Workhorse is a high risk, high reward play, more so than the large majority of stocks or EV stocks out there at the moment. But I do believe we also have some of the highest reward potential by far, even at current prices. Now, with that being said, don't forget the high risk part. Of course, they could crash down heavy. Nobody can tell you where they can go, but they could crash heavy if we don't get any of the USPS contract, depending on market sentiment and depending on how many weak hands there are, or how many people are swinging it or in it for the short term, or if there's more long-term investors there. Because I know for a fact a lot of people will hold regardless of the USPS contract, because I've spoken with many of them. But they were two things I really, really wanted to point out to you guys, okay? Roth Capital and ARK Invest are still bullish on the company, and that should say a lot. So guys, I'm not going to ramble on too much more. I mean, I've made the point I wanted to make, and there's no new news to cover. Just remember everything that we've spoken about in the past. But this is such a clear example, as usual, of why it's so important to be able to form your own thoughts and opinions. Why you have to not just listen to me, anybody else on YouTube, not just listen to ARK Invest, not just listen to Fuzzy Panda. You have to do your own research, form your own thoughts and opinions. Yahoo Finance comes out with this. Workhorse short seller says USPS bid unlikely to pan out. Now look guys, I read the short report, okay, and these guys are just quoting what the short report said. I would give Fuzzy Panda literally zero credibility, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a bull. I went live and spoke about this, but I mean, they're personally attacking YouTubers. They have some very poor grammar at times. It just seems very unprofessional. They hadn't released an article in months and months and months until this one. They explained that the parking brake wasn't working and that injured a driver, which is quite silly. And they also said that the Workhorse fuel tank was leaking. So yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of bending the truth or if this just pure lies, but regardless, I pay them no mind. So I mean, this one here, this was one of the first things you see in the report that I want to touch off. Workhorse rolled a USPS prototype truck down a hill accidentally after their parking brake failed, causing a union driver to be hospitalized after jumping out of the runaway vehicle. If this happened and you're watching this, USPS driver, I'm very sorry, but how long do you have to be sitting in a vehicle that was quite evidently stationary to start before you decide to jump out, or before you decide to hit the brakes, or before you decide to turn the steering wheel into a ditch? This to me is just complete and utter lies. I also think, guys, this is something that would have been in mainstream media 100%. This is not something that would be hidden, and if something this serious happened, it would have been very public information. These guys just say it's from a reliable source. I actually very recently heard from a reliable source that Workhorse has a new spaceship, and it's actually only going to be like $100 to bring 40 people to space, and you can stay there as long as you want. You know, they're going to have butlers on there. It's awesome. And yeah, I heard that from a reliable source, so that's pretty awesome. What I'm trying to say here is that a reliable source means absolutely nothing. Again, I'm not going to go through any more here. Just always form your own thoughts and opinions, guys. I don't mind if you're a bear or a bull for Workhorse. Just think for yourself. I do have a feeling though, next week is going to be a fun week. I'm going to put it that way. So if you have watched until the end of the video, as always, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here. It means the world to me. You're helping me out massively. And I'd also like to thank everybody for your messages of support yesterday. Thankfully, the article did not affect me poorly whatsoever. I know it was getting to a few people, a few of the YouTubers mentioned. I did find it quite comical in all honesty, but I give zero credibility to the person or team that is behind Friggy Ding Dong Pandoonies. Zero respect for you guys. I would love to speak with you if you're watching this, which you probably are. please reach out to me. You're a ghost company right now. Nobody respects you. Reach out and let's have a talk. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, could I please ask you to hit that like button, drop me a comment, and subscribe if you're new around here. We just hit 45,000 subs. Thank you all so much. We are trying to get to 50,000. And if you're interested, please hit that first link in the description. Through there, you will be brought to my Patreon page, and you can sign up to become a member of my private Discord group. And since I don't get compensated by Workhorse or Lordstown Motors, you know, that would be nice. But no, it's an awesome community. We nearly have 400 patrons now. We speak about stocks all day long. You guys already know. No pressure either. There's free channels in there if you want to join them too. It's the second link. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day and weekend in general. I will see you for another video very soon. Peace.